President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday signed into law the 2023 Appropriation Bill and the 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Bill at the Council Chambers of the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, Abuja. In his speech before appending his signature to the 21.83 trillion naira budget, which is an increase of 1.32 trillion naira over the 20.51 trillion naira initially budgeted for the year, President Muhammadu Buhari says signing the 2023 budget, which is the eighth and the final annual budget of his administration, along with the 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Bill into law, will enable his administration to respond to the havoc which the recent nationwide floods did to infrastructure and the agricultural sector.
The Finance Bill 2022 includes measures necessary for the effective implementation of the 2023 budget and the attainment of the various set objectives. As you will recall, I laid the 2023 Appropriation Bill before the joint session of the National Assembly on the 7th of October 2022 and forwarded the 2022 Finance Bill thereafter. I believe the next administration will sustain the early presentation of the annual appropriation bill to the National Assembly to ensure its passage before the beginning of the fiscal year.
While expressing his reservations on the increase in the budget from the National Assembly, President Muhammadu Buhari directed the Finance, Budget and National Planning Ministers to work closely with the National Assembly members to find a common ground, especially in the areas of funding.
We have examined the changes made by the National Assembly to the 2023 Executive Budget Proposal. The amended fiscal framework for 2023, as approved by the National Assembly, shows additional revenues of 765.79 billion naira and an unfunded deficit of 553.46 billion naira. It is clear that National Assembly and the Executive need to capture some of the proposed additional revenue sources in the fiscal framework. This must be rectified. I have also noted that the National Assembly introduced new projects into the 2023 budget proposal, for which it has appropriated 770.72 billion naira. The National Assembly also increased the provisions made by ministries, departments, and agencies by 58.55 billion naira. I have, however, directed the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning to engage with the legislature to revisit some of the changes made to the executive budget proposal, and it is my hope that you will receive cooperation in this regard from the National Assembly.
On their part, the Nigerian Senate President, Senator Ahmed Lawan, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, expressed happiness on the successful passage and signing into law of the fourth budget of the Ninth Assembly in record time and the implementation of the January to December budget period.
When we came in, we promised that we are going to pass the budgets, the annual budgets, before the end of each year, and we have kept that promise by the grace of God. Nothing can be better than this, because this is one feat that has influenced even states. Many states rush to ensure that they pass and assent to their annual budgets before the end of the year. And of course, the economy takes the positive aspect of the initial the implementation of the budgets that start normally from January. So we are very grateful to Almighty God that that has happened.
We have, during the budget presentation, or rather budget defense, we have ministries, we have departments, we have agencies that come to talk to us. And we look at the reality on ground and what they have before them, and whether or not they can actually execute their mandate as per their ministries and departments. It is now behoves on the National Assembly, where it deems fit, to adjust figures, either downwards or upwards. And that's exactly what we have done. If you return the budget the exact way it is, you're called rubber stamp. If you do what you're supposed to do and adjust figures for the good of the country, you call it jacking up or inflation. So I think the National Assembly has done very well in meeting its constitutional mandate.
The president is, however, hopeful that the next administration will complement his administration's efforts in budget implementation. From Abuja, I'm Festus Ejiroga Nefifen for Ben Television.